Can you hear me? Is this going to work? It's off. We good? We good? All right, I want to thank everybody for sticking around, and welcome to the Coalition. This will be our, I guess, January edition. We call it the early edition of the Coalition. We added this last year. Would have been the first year for this sale. We always have the original edition, which will be in February after, I guess, Sweethearts and the other sales there. So we'll continue to do that. We always have our summer edition, which we have at Keplinger's this past year, and I think we'll continue to do that. So I want to thank everybody for sticking around. If you've got bidder numbers, they will work for this sale. If not, go ahead and sign up back there. The lot numbers will appear as a 1 in front of what we have. So if it's lot 1, it'll be lot 101. Lot 8, it'll be lot 108. And so if you're bidding at home, make sure you just kind of understand that. From a trucking standpoint, we have Bob May kind of going out west to California. He's going to kind of go through Amarillo and out that way. We also have Ben Smith kind of going to Florida from here on Monday. If you do plan on using those options, please text us, call us right after you buy the animal, right after the sale, and let's get that figured out right away. Don't plan on waiting 30 minutes after the sale when we're all gone to try to do those things. But we can help you get them where they need to be. We just gotta let us know so we can work that out. We got options as far as Illinois from Trogdon. We got options, wherever the consigners are from. We can kind of drag those back that way and maybe hold them for a day, but don't plan on us holding them for past that. So if you do want to buy something, maybe call us ahead of time and see what we're willing to do to try to help you out. There'll be no pick of the barns as we do in our February sale. We're just going to sell them in order. Unfortunately for me, Nate Warner won the Fantasy Football League this year. I lost, and even though I've won quite a few of them, but I tried to help Nate out to beat the red-hot Driscoll team, and unfortunately it cost me in the end. But so Nate Warner's going to be the lot 1. He will be the lot 1 also in the February sale as well as the summer sale, and we'll go from there. As far as our preview here today, it'll also be on Walton Webcasting's Facebook page as well as Kennedy Ventures Facebook page. So if you're watching at home, try to log into that. We'll try to share it to get it out to people. Once again, thank you guys for sticking around. We're going to try to make this as efficient as possible, so we're going to run this preview through. We'll allow the breeders to talk about them, and then after that, maybe at most take a 5 to 10 minute break to allow you to get back there, kick them up real fast, come right back. We'll get these things sold, and then from there, we'll get after it. So again, thanks for thanks for coming out to view this set. Obviously, if you've been to a Coalition pig sale before, we'd like to have fun. We'd like to enjoy ourselves. So we hope you guys do the same. And at the same time, we try to bring our very best, and we try to hold each other accountable. It's what makes this sale so fun for us. Is if somebody brings something bad, we let them know about it, and that's an enjoyable part. So we try to bring good quality animals. Try to keep our numbers a little bit shorter, and we'll go from there. So starting us off is going to be Keplinger Farms. Nobody hotter in the country. We'll start them out right here.
First off, I was informed they want us to know if you got a blue Chevy truck parked out here with a handicap sticker. I guess it's in front of a few of those trailers, so they wanted me to make that announcement. Here again, we appreciate you guys coming out. Our two entries are Lot 7 and Lot 19. Lot 7 is going to be a meant to be. That'd be a littermate to wake up call and the door bearer. The one there at Hildy and Sloan's. Mother would be a Prince Red 7. We think ideal feeding window just in terms of growth pattern. Probably definitely early August needs to be his end point, along with Lot 19 as well. Lot 19 is a wide awake, Hangman, Saved by Grace Goosebumps. Sal is a gilt litter that we're extremely high on. We sold some mates there the other night that were very well received as well. So thanks again for coming out.
Nate Warner, Livestock's going to come up next, and I already mentioned he won the Fantasy League, so he's going to start us off right. If you listen to his Walton webcasting, he talked about wanting to redeem himself from last year because he kind of brought some average-ass pigs, if we're being real honest. But so he saved his best, and here they are.
Thank you, David. Thank you very much for not announcing that it's not your favorite pig. It's just over some dumbass fantasy football stuff. But I appreciate that. My favorite thing, show pig commentary. We are leading off here with Lot 1. He's 11-6. He's a trick 4 kingpin. Old kingpin sow. Be a sister to the mom of the Reserve Grand Barrel, Ohio in 23. Also be a sister to the mom of my favorite young sow, Old Shirley, that Jesse showed the same summer. Never been a fan of the clone thing at all, but I'll tell you what, this trick 4 thing works. Works very well. I think that thing will feed. I do believe that's a good mating. We're gonna mate the sister back that had the bear to him for the summer here in a couple weeks. But that is 11. That's 11-6, Lot 1, trick 4 kingpin. Very cooperative. Whip broke. Yes. So this is Lot 11. We only brought the 2 males. That's 9-1. He's a trick 4 as well. He's a trick 4 tricked out. Mom would be them 77 that are tricked out sows. I got 3 of them. Mom's sister had walk off a year ago they're at the second coalition at Laird's By as the pick of the barn. Actually, this one's mother last summer had the 5th out gilded Ohio that was reserved D2, big-legged Echo. She just had wide awakes there at Christmas. That's pretty cool. Actually, also the Clark family is showing a gilt on the winter deal, a promotion gilt out of the same mom that was reserve grand there at DTS last weekend. She's won several times. So that is 9-1, Lot 11, trick 4, tricked out. Thank you. Hey, this chair is really uncomfortable. Why don't you scoot that back a little bit? Here, you need to get down a little.
We'll keep this rolling. Next set's going to be Gossett Genetics, and no doubt the most interesting human in the world, if you know him, and we'll see what he has to say.
Make out with it. Little make out sesh. Gossett Genetics here. We brought 3 pigs, brought a few purebreds and our cross gilt. We're going to lead off with our cross gilt, tag 9. She'd be a stop and stare, my intention, hush money, sow line that's had a lot of success. A gilt that I think's dual purpose. I think she could certainly do the market gilt thing. I think you soften her up because I'll tell you, she's packing some muscle today. You soften that thing up, I think she'll be an incredible gilt. There's a reason why we brought her to the sale. We think she could have some success, but tons of muscle, market gilt, breeding, dual purpose deal. Then I get into a pair of purebreds, and I'll be honest, guys, these hogs were still on the decks last week when the grand breeding drive was going on at Perry. I thought I needed to bring a couple purebred hogs here, and I grabbed some down. I didn't necessarily want to waste my chip barn space on purebreds, but I'm pretty proud of these. And so 22 is a Poland pig. He's sired by Head Start. His mother would have raised the 4th overall breeding gilt at Columbus and Champion Poland there for the Russell family in 2022, maybe 3. I don't really remember. But we're kind of new to this Poland's. I love this Barra. I think he is so good where Poland's needs some help. His look, his extension, his chest. I really believe in that hog. I'm kind of proud of that pig, I guess, and think he has a chance to be pretty successful. Tag 30, we've got 1 landrace sow. I'm going to wait till that hog's done screaming. Got one landrace, Sal. She hails from the Bratton firm in southern Indiana. She had a very successful show career. She was a reserve at Expo in 22. She was third overall at Louisville in 22, and then she won the Indiana State Fair that year. In her first litter, she had the champion landrace Barra there at MLE, and Charlie showed a landrace gilt there on the circuit in Indiana. I think she's champion 5 or 6 times, made the top 5 a few times, but this pig sired by Wildcat, back on that Timing's Right, Sal, from Bratton. That's another one I've just got a ton of faith in. She's extremely long-fronted, a pig that's built right, and again, I just think hogs like her, at 300 pounds at a state fair setting, have a lot of opportunities for success. Both these purebreds, for those that care, are wearing December papers and eligible for all your shows this summer. Thank you very much for coming out.
Well, next group will be mine, which will be Korb Farms entries here. Bristol's going to be on tag 12, and Blaine's going to be on tag 24. So tag 12 is the solid black one here. That'd be a wide awake, no huddle family ties. So that family ties sow would be, I called her the favorite sow on the farm, but she's recently lost that title to her daughter. But that'd be the mom of the Granite Nail back in the day. We would have had several there do well over the years, whether it be at Louisville or some of the other shows. So wide awake, no huddle, back on family ties, leaps distinct. Obviously, I'm a big fan of that pig. I know he's solid black, and maybe some of you are a little prejudiced to that, not looking at you, Doug, but I guess I don't mind a solid black one, and I think at the end of the day, color doesn't matter. That pig is a crypt orchid, so take note of that. I think a good pig there. I think he's state fair size, county fair, if you got a later one towards state fair time, but a good pig. The 10 litter or the 11 litter here, I guess I should say, tag 24 is a game time. The sow would be better known for being Fafo's mom. That'd be a never before back on the blackhead sow. If you know anything about me, you know my affection for the blackhead sow. They only get stouter as they get older, and if you feed a pretty one, they do the right things, and that's what this particular pig is. He's got a littermate brother on my online sale that's pretty popular. This is the more moderately sized one that's better suited for the state fairs and the county fairs. Again, my game time's fed well if they look like this early. So, again, game time, never before blackhead sow. Okay, next one out is going to be tag 2. This is a 6 litter pig. This would be a woke on Saddle Up's mom. So that's a no huddle, King of the Hill, cruel best man. You would probably know her better for her sister, which raises the 2 boars that are crossroads, would raise the Russell Gilt that won a ton of jackpot shows. Would have won a ton of jackpot shows here in Ohio for the Russell family, and then just recently raised the champion lightweight there at Kansas City. His seeds do set just a little bit different. I don't know if he's a rupture or what he is, to be real honest with you. I don't think I would be a boar option there, and if you do buy him, definitely have your vet take care of that issue for you. We're going to sell Choice of His Sisters in our online sale. We saved a mate brother, got just a little too sunburnt for this event, or we had planned on bringing him here. But obviously, we're very, very high on this pig, probably as good as we brought to a live event, and I do think his brother is very good as well. I consider him state fair sized, a late July, August county fair sized animal. We're all aboard the woke train here. I'm a big fan of this animal. And I guess that's it. Next up is Danner Livestock, and again, thanks to Blake for being a part of this event. You know, I think we're maybe a little rowdy for him at times, but we do appreciate him bringing livestock and attending our events. And obviously, I think very highly of Blake. I think he's one of the most talented people in our industry. And if you've been to a livestock show in the past year, you're going to see him there collecting banners. And so we appreciate him being here. I'll let him talk a set.
To start off, Danner Livestock consignments here. Matthew is on the belted pig. That's tag 23. He's a 13-liter safety first. Back slap, never before. Mallory, my better half, would have actually bought this one's mama there from Boble. And if you were paying attention earlier, a guy that sets the trend in terms of what little pigs look like and what they can retail for. This one's grandma would have raised the $70,000 King's Gill that won a division at Perry, Georgia before it became the Winter National. Also, Matthews Barra, that was fifth out there at Georgia, that we were very, very fond of. Danes here is on tag 31, the off-belted hog. This pig would be a snapback. In snapback, we had about 10 litters out of it, and we got as close as we could at about every Midwest State Fair that we attended with one of those. And I'd tell you, this one's mom was a cold-hearted cowboy. We bought her from Mock. I squeezed her out of there early, and one that honestly, she didn't have an early jackpot career, but when it came time, that one was an elite-level livestock and market size. And I would tell you, this combination isn't made to be a jackpot-ready one, but I tell you, when it comes to July, there's not many that I'd put any more dollars in terms of confidence on than this tag 31. His build, his balance, and his comfort, simply what we're trying to mass produce at home. Like I said, the thin-belted hog that Matthew's on is tag 23. The one Dane's on is tag 31. We're going to drop in tag 10 here, and one that I'm pretty fond of. He'd be out of the first litter out of Conquer. Most of you around ringside probably don't know what that is, but that'd be a blackjack back on Brandy. Brandy was the champion gilt of all crossbred gilts there at the Expo in 2023, and one that was very, very popular. This Conquer deal is going to get real, real hot, I think. Mama's a Judgment Day bail money. She won her class. Every time we took her out for Scarborough, the grandma, the bail money sound, would have originated from Hofschulte. She would have been a $25,000 gilt that S Squared would have bought there at Phoenix from them. And one that was fourth out as a lightweight and garnered a lot of attention. I tell you, for those of you that got Okie judges here when it comes to State Fair season, simply put, it's going to be hard to find one that's unmatched in terms of bone, arm, and skull, and then yet he still has the intangibles in terms of balance, the look, and one that's ultra good in terms of his hip and hind leg. We got a lot of confidence in this tag 10. If you guys have any questions, feel free to come back and look us up. Thank you, Coalition Group, for having me a part of this, even if I am probably the calmest one of the group.
Well, next up, we're going to have Driscoll Show Pigs. Ryan and Danny. Danny didn't decide to show up today, but I've always appreciated Ryan's insights, and I really do think he's one of the underrated members of this group. I think he's a young guy that really gets it, wants to get it, and brings quality to this sale. We appreciate him for always bringing good livestock to this event. I'll let him talk about what he brought, and we'll go from there.
Thank you, David, for the kind words. We're going to start out here with be lot 6. This would be a wide awake, faith alone, safe word. Mom would have been a lease deal that JD had last fall down there in Oklahoma. Got along real well. Won her county deal. This is a male that I've had kind of pinned back for this deal for a while. A lot of out there pieces and a lot of fun things that you can feed early, you can feed often. Predominantly black pig would be lot 18. He's a Conquer -3 all rise. Mom would be a mate barrow to a second in class at Houston that the McDaniel family fed last winter. And then Grandma would be a mate to a safe deposit at Southern Gold. And then the light cross gilt, lot 28, she would be a New World Order Hero Step 1 out of a gilt litter. That is a light cross gilt that I think has a large feeding window that you can take anywhere you would like to. And I would like to thank all the Coalition group for inviting us to this sale.
Well, I promise our next consigner will talk just a little bit more than what Ryan did there. But next group in is going to be Juice Burn Show Pigs. Austin, though he may not have a voice box, will talk your ear off, and we love that about him. So he's going to drop in some red pigs here. He's obviously very proud of it, and I really believe that there's nobody more prevalent in the Duroc breed than what Juice Burn Show Pigs have been. Obviously cutting a wide swath, and I think that term is overused. But if you study a pedigree, try to find me a pedigree without hibachi in it right now, and I challenge you real hard. You're not gonna do well in that regard. And so Austin's gonna have a bunch of red ones coming here. I'll let him go ahead and talk.
Thank you, David. Appreciate the kind words. Bear with me. I know I'm not the easiest to understand at times, so I'll try and talk a little bit slower. But our first two we have in here will be lots 5 and lot 16. Lot 5 would be the 72-3. She'd be an outcry out of the 3-4 Danica clone. And then lot 16 would be a Da Vinci 53 out of another 3-6 Danica clone. The mother of the lot 5 will be the 3-4 clone. She had Champion Division 2. 4th overall gilt there at exposition last summer in her first litter, and the mother of the lot 16 would be the Danica clone. That'd be the 3-6 clone. She had the Champion purebred gilt there at the Iowa State Fair FFA gilt show. So those clones in their first litter, the pigs fed just like the old sow or self did, and we're excited about what they're doing, and very high on lots 5 and lot 16. We're going to leave lot 16 in here with bring in lot 17. Lot 17 would be 73-4. She'd be a full sib to lot 5 and blood. She'd be an outcry there at Canals on the 3-2 Danica clone. Again, those clones have done a very, very good job for us. Gilts have fed extremely well. It looks like it's worked well, and we're excited about this outcry deal. We've got quite a few litters out of them, and these are our first 2 litters, the 72s and 73s. They're outcries at Canals, and looks like it's going to work well. We're real excited about what these red gilts can do this summer, not only in the show ring, but then thereafter, if you're looking for a kind of a red female to build on. The next 2 we've got coming in would be lots 26 and 27. Lots 26, 27, 26 would be 70-3 gilt. 27 would be 70-4. They would be Deja Vu, Hallyu, back on Hibachi's sister. So lined up work of art on Hibachi. Mother of these would actually be a littermate sister to the mother of the Champion Red Barrel there at MLE 2 summers ago. So lined up pedigree, another pair we're high on.
Nate's real adamant to tell you that if you need a sale order or a sale sheet, there's some on the table. There's some here on the back of the block. We got some over there on the printer as well. go ahead and grab those. Next up is going to be Broken Right Show Pigs, and it's just fitting that the lights kind of turn off for this guy to walk into the ring because he's not a flashy guy, but we just got to get right down to the nuts and bolts of what he's doing. I think obviously he's known for his gestures, but I think if you studied what he's done lately with a couple of sounds out of this 60-17 stuff, this will be prevalent of what we're seeing in the ring. I'll go ahead and let him talk them as he climbs up on here.
Thanks, David. Thanks, guys, for having us out. Couple crossbred males here to start off with. As David alluded to, I'll tell you a quick story about the 60-17. It's a little board that David had over his house. And that is a good show pig breeder does, is do a little bartering with your friends. David was trying to impress a girl and pretend to be a good deer hunter, so I traded him a compound bow. He sent me some semen. All of a sudden, I got this slew of 60-17 sows that are really starting to hit a lick there. So fun backstory on this stuff. I got several of these 60-17 sows working for us. They're sired by Tricked Out 4. This sow in particular would have raised the 4th Division 4 Cross Guild at Indy. Class-winning barrow there at Indy. And the dark crosses, the 4th Division 2 at Team Purebred Junior National, along with a couple of top 5 county fair barrows and gilts there. So good set of pigs here. Obviously, lot 3 or 103 it will be. It's 10-4. I think that's just a good one. That one resembles a lot of that bear that won his class there at Indy a year ago. And then 10-2, if you like him just a little bit greener, I think just his build and just general skeletal quality, that one will feed. And I think these things feed all the way to an August endpoint fantastically. So thanks again, guys.
Next group in the ring is going to be Trogdon Show Pigs, and what an addition we've made the past year. And obviously the first coalition, they brought an incredible group of pigs. One of them would have went on to grab a big banner there at Columbus, and I think it would have ended up either 3rd or 4th overall. I can't quite remember. And for the Kennedy family, and obviously an animal that's very memorable from when he went into the ring and then came on to where he was in Columbus. Brought a group of them here today that kind of resemble the quality they brought in the past. I'll let Eric go ahead and talk the group he brought today.
Yeah, to start out with here, we'll talk the belted one first. That'd be lot 14. Should be a wide awake Capone, next contestant in-game. The in-game sow back in there, she would have been 3rd overall Division 1 there at Expo. The next contestant sow won a Class State Fair, won our county show. Good young sow here, got high hopes for that one. Lot 15 there be the blue one, blue-eyed one. So she is she's a hits different, back on a Ride With Me in-game sow. So the in-game sow back in there on this one would be a full sib to Last Dance, and would also be the mother of that 4th overall bear there at Ohio this past summer. Pair of litter mates here, the 8 litters would be lots 4 and lot 25. Jordan's on lot 4 there right now. These would be breathalyzers, but that's a breath taker son there at Moyers. Back on a never before sow. We used frozen never before. If you watched our last online sale, we were really high on that 6 litter, and they sold really well. So this would be a litter mate sow to the mother of the 6s. So it'd be never before in game. It'd be the pedigree there. It'd be the same in-game sow that the little blue one went back to. So that in-game sow would have raised the 4th overall bear there at Ohio last summer. The lot 4, man, we've really always liked that one. I think that thing's got a near perfect hip and hind leg in him and bone and shag. I think these things probably feed more for a Louisville time setting or a late July county fair.
Well, last one up is going to be Albright Show Pigs, and again, we're going to take just maybe 5 minutes at the very most for Chad to kind of get up here, everything to switch around. We're not going to take long, so after this, we'll allow you to kind of get back through. If you want to kick something up, we'll probably obviously roll them out, and then from there, we're going to get started right away and roll through. Next up, Albright Show Pigs, and obviously coming off a hot streak there at Perry. And always brings and saves his very best for this sale, and so we appreciate Dougie for doing this. And I think I need to reiterate that we kind of do this as a group. Nothing's just kind of nobody's taking commission off this. Nobody's doing anything of that. We're bringing our best, and we hold each other accountable to bring our very best to these sales. So we thank you guys for coming. I'll let Doug talk these, and then we'll roll right into it. Thank you very much for coming.
Well, I think they wrap up with a resident old man of this group. But yeah, it's always good to hang out with our buddies and have a little pig sale. And we always give each other credit because I think all of us have tried to make each other better. But here we're going to drop in first will be a pair of Berkshires. They're litter mates, 38 litters, sired by the Trogdon boar off the chain. The gilt there is lot 8. We think she's got a high ceiling. Expo Louisville time. As we've fed some of these off the chains from our summer crop, they have gotten insanely stout as big pigs. Loved that hog. I wish Trogdons would have sold me some before they sold him to Laird's. It would have saved me some money, but we continue to use that particular pig. I think both those pigs are Expo and Louisville sized, but we do like that pair. Very high on the gilt. She is lot 8. Yep. We'll roll these crosses in, and we pulled these from our online sale that we're having tomorrow. Lorelei's there on lot 20, and that is an all-out, tell-all dirty deal. We've been very high on those all-outs, and where they're good. I mean, that bear's propped up on his toes. He's tall-shouldered. He's a good-looking pig. In terms of his bone and his maturity, the South's First Litter's had some very good pigs in Texas for us, and I still think, we got to have a big pig to be big at some of those state fairs. I think he's one of those that can do it. The 264 litter, which would be lot 21 there, is the Berkshire Gilt, or the Crossbred Gilt, excuse me. That's a power play. Power play is at Moyers. We've liked those pigs last year and gave them a better chance on some better sows. That gilt's mother was never shown. She was an Allow Me gilt. That was insanely stout as a big pig, and I have high expectations for that gilt, come July and August in a state fair setting. So if you guys have any questions, come back and talk to us. We'll kick these through. We're going to wait a few minutes, maybe a little longer than 5 minutes. We posted 5 for some of those online bidders. So give us here, 10 minutes to kind of collect ourselves, go ask us some questions. If you haven't signed up for a bidder number, please go do that. If you did sign up for First Chance, that bidder number will work for this sale as well. If you're bidding online and watching via the World Wide Web or Kennedy Ventures Facebook page, please remember those lots are in numerical order starting with 1, but it'll be 101, 102, and so on. So if it's lot 1 you liked on the sheet or in the preview, it'll be lot 101 online.